SmithMedia TV checking back in, man. Today we got the one and only entertainer, comedian, actor, man. What did you classify as, man? Floss, man. How you doing,
I'm
bro?
doing good, man. What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. How you been doing?
Blessed, man. I'm blessed.
All right, man. You working? I see that, man.
Yeah, man.
So how's the pandemic affected you in it, man?
It honestly, man. To be honest with you, I feel like the pandemic actually helped me.
Explain.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was at home.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So you got YouTube, you got Instagram, you got TikTok, all that kind of stuff. Everybody was on their phone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was on the phone or your computer, whatever the case may be. So all the videos that I was dropping, you know what I'm saying? People seeing it because everybody was on their phone. You know what I'm saying? Especially TikTok. TikTok blew up last year because of the pandemic because everybody was at home dancing. You know what I'm saying? So that's really how the pandemic helped me.
I understand that, man. Hey, let's get into it, man. How, at what age, man? Well, first of all, where you grew up at, man?
I grew up in West End, Spooksville. You know, I was born in Virginia though, but you know, moved down here. I was raised in West End, Spooksville. You know what I'm saying? Grew up around there.
As a kid, how was that, man?
How was it? Born in living there on West End?
Yeah.
Man, to be honest with you, man, a lot of people may say when you think about West End, they think about, violence and, everybody being ghetto, all that kind of stuff. But actually, man, it was a pretty dope experience for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just you end up having street sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's another thing from having common sense, but you need some street sense too, so to know how the streets work. You know what I'm saying? What not to say, what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So. Yeah.
At what age did you really say that, hey, I want to do comedy or, just pretty much?
Man, to be honest with you, I really don't know. Like, it was just one of those things, man. I was just I used to sit, I used to be the quiet dude. You know what I'm saying? I used to sit in my room. Sometimes you didn't know I was there. You know what I'm saying? So you can ask my mom, man. She'll tell you all the time, I'd be in the room, you won't even know I was there. You know what I'm saying? So I just used to, at some point in time, I just started writing, just writing on the pad or something. Sometimes it didn't even rhyme. You know what I'm saying? I used to just write, just let my emotions out because I was so quiet. I didn't know how to express myself. You know what I'm saying? So I would just write it down, that way of expressing myself. But once I got older, I was really into music a lot. My brother, he'll tell you, man, I used to listen to music a lot. He used to get mad at me sometimes. I used to listen to music so much. But it just ended up being one of those things where, I wanted to make music. I ended up making music. It didn't work out like I wanted it to work out. So I still do it from time to time. That's my first love. So I ain't gonna ever stop doing music. I don't care if I get 2 views on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna do music. That's what I love to do. But, as far as like me being a comedian, man, that just stumbled up, because I, made a video one day. And about, how it snowed in Birmingham. It was one time it snowed in Birmingham. They was talking it's going to be like 2 inches of snow, 3 inches of snow. And it snowed, it wasn't nothing on the ground. You know what I'm saying? It was like little spots of it, but it wasn't, significant. But I made a video about that. They was counseling schools. Everybody wasn't going to work, all that kind of stuff. So I made a video about it. And it did pretty good. Got like maybe, 1,300 views. You know what I'm saying? So from then on, I just started making videos. You know what I'm saying? So... But CNA stuff, man, that's
what I'm about to talk about.
okay, my bad. I'm talking a lot, man. My bad. Okay.
That's what I'm about to talk about, man. The life of a CNA, man. What the hell made you come up with that, man?
Man, to be honest with you, what's so weird about that, man? I started working as a CNA. I did that for like 3 months. I was never certified though. I did the work, but I wasn't an actual CNA. I didn't have that title. I was just, basically just a worker that. Did what CNAs did. You know what I'm saying? I was a male guy that just wiped asses. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoyed it, man. I really did, helping elder people out because they can't think for themselves. Some of them, their mind was gone, all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, I did that for like 3 months. But then after that, I ended up being hired as a mental health technician. Dealing with people, that's been raped, abused, just... been to jail, killed. Hey, you had murderers in there. You know what I'm saying? It's just, they just couldn't get it right. So I did that for 5 years. Ended up getting fired for being late. I had an issue with being late, dog, for some reason, and it would make it so bad because I'm late coming here, so it kind of, it's just, like I said, I did that for 5 years. It's so weird because it was under my nose the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And I just, one day I was working at St. Vincent's East doing mental health, and I just went in the bathroom one day, and I tied a goddamn tissue around my head like I was, like a bunny or something, tied around my head, and just was talking to the bathroom stalls like they was people.
Right.
And I just named those stalls like they was people, and I was talking to them, so it's just, it's still weird to this day, and it just took off from there. I posted that video, and it just shot up, and I'm like, I've been doing this for damn near 6 years, and it's just now, I'm just not thinking about this, and thinking about it to make a video, and it just took off, man, from there.
Man, that's crazy because working with people that's mentally unstable, man, how did that help you, man, even in your personal life?
Man, to be honest with you, I had mental issues at one point in time, man. Like I remember one time, when my mom and dad got a divorce,
right?
I think it took a toll on me the most out of all my, my siblings or whatever, because I also used to my dad being around. My grades dropped, so I wasn't interested in school no more. I remember one time I left school one time, went in the bathroom, and was about to kill myself. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna lock myself in the bathroom and wouldn't let nobody in, and was just gonna kill myself. But I got on my knees, prayed, cried, did whatever I had to do. You know what I'm saying? I left out the bathroom, I went back to school. You know what I'm saying? But it's just when I started working as a mental health tech, it just made me realize how hard it is for a lot of people to deal with their mental issues. You know what I'm saying? So, when you're dealing with people like that, you got to basically deal with them like they're a normal person, because they know when you're trying to cater to them too much or make them feel like that they're crazy or whatever. So sometimes you just have to deal with them like they're a normal person. Like sometimes I would just have to, if a patient was being combative, hey, look, man, you got to be rough with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be punk. Basically in that field, you can't be no punk maker. They'll push over you. You know what I'm saying? So dealing with my mental health, man, is just, it really gave me an eye opener. You know what I'm saying? It woke me up to a lot, because people with mental illnesses really dealt with a lot. Like I said, man, I ain't never been raped before. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how they feel. So I can't sit here and talk to somebody about something that I don't know about. So you know what I'm saying? But it still helped them. Like if you comfort them, they feel a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Even though you don't know what they're going through, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you have to give people that comfort, and I wish I had that at some point in time when I dealt with that. I had family, they loved me, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think people really understood, what I was going through at that moment, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I had family that loved me. One thing about it, man, you got to stay around family, because you're going to feel like yourself around family regardless. So, it helped me a lot, man.
And speaking of that, man, fast forward, man, growing up, what was some of your comedic influences and favorite comedians?
My favorite comedians growing up, the one that I gravitated to, because like I said, I can't sit here and say Richard Pryor, because I wasn't.
You weren't around, right?
You know what I'm saying? The person that I gravitated to when I started watching TV a lot was Martin. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the guys that that really inspired me. You know what I'm saying? So that him, Eddie Murphy, I'm gonna say Tyler Perry, I'm gonna say Kevin Hart, and Cat Williams, Mike Epps. I mean, the list goes on.
Legends,
those people that I grew up seeing. You
right.
know, so I'm not just like when people say, like when you talk about rap people, first thing they gonna say is Tupac and Biggie.
Right.
So most people didn't even grow up around them, so they can't say them.
Facts.
So I'm not gonna say Richard Pryor because I wasn't around when he was doing his thing, but. Yeah, but Martin, he was definitely, one of those people that, I was around and, actually paid attention to when I was growing up.
Facts. So coming in and, doing comedy, man, and being a comedian, have you had help, or how's that been, man?
Help? I'm not going to even lie to you, man. I had a lot of people that helped me. Well, I'm going to say Hood Zone, he helped me because he put one of them.
Shout out Hood Zone, man.
Shout out to Hood Zone. He put one of my videos on his YouTube page, and it kind of gave me a little boost of subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of helped me. Because I think I had maybe 9K before he posted that video. So after he posted that, that video, it shot up. You know what I'm saying? My wife, she's been helping me a lot lately. At first my wife, she wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? She did
Speak
not
and
like
talk
that
about that, man. Getting her to believe in your dream, man. How was that transition, man?
At first, man, I ain't gonna even lie, it was tough. You know what I'm saying? Because my wife, she's more into college. She's a college graduate. You know what I'm saying? So her mindset is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she knew I did music. You know, one time she came down here when she was in college. We drove down here, and I opened up for Trinidad James. She came, you know, with me or whatever. So she knew that I was into entertainment. But once we got married and had children, it was like, hey, look, either you gon', you know what I'm saying, go ahead and get this started, or you gonna have to stop it. She was giving me time limits and, you know, of when I need to stop, when I need to do it, whatever. But over time, it started to get better. You know what I'm saying? I was coming into my own. I was understanding where I wanted to go with it. You know, so she was understanding it. You know, so now she's like into it. Like her favorite character right now is Auntie Fanny, the one that gossip a lot.
Right,
yeah,
right.
She like her. She's starting to, you know, like give me names for different characters. Like, you know, I made one character. His name Gary Lamont.
Right.
His last name is spelled Lemon.
Right.
It's said it's like it's said Lamont, but it's spelled Lemon.
Right.
But it's funny because she was like, name it Lamont, but spell it like lemon. People were like, why not just say lemon instead of Lamont? So that was kind of it. My brother, he helped me. You know, so shout out to my brother, man, because he's been one.
Speak on that, man. The influence, the influence of your older brother, man.
My brother, man, if I didn't have my brother, man, I promise you, I don't know where I'd be right now. Because I feel like, you know, when my mom and dad got divorced, I feel like my brother, he was like my father figure. You know what I'm saying? So anything he do, I would want to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? He was just like a big influence. Like he would always tell me, look, keep going. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be easy all the time, but you got to stay at it. You know, he still be texting me and telling me, hey, look, man, you need to do a mixtape. You need to do this. You need to do that. So that, you know, he still got his own life going on. He just had him a baby. Shout out to Baby Q. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
My nephew. But yeah, he's always been there, man. He's been on my butt regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like if it wasn't for my brother being in the household, I don't know where I would be, man. I think I'd be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm a thug or nothing like that, man. It's just
it's where we at, though.
Yeah, you know, I was almost there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it weren't for him, I think I would be in the streets. I mean, shout out to I can name a lot of people, man. My homeboy named Richard Harris, man. His family took me in for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And helped me out because you know my mom. You know, I was working to help my mom pay bills, you know what I'm saying? So he had to take me to work. I had to drive his car to work, anything, you know what I'm saying? So I had to stay with him to be able to use the car, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to his folks. Man, like I said, I can go on and on, man. It's a lot of people that I can name, you know what I'm saying? My homeboy Evan, Barry Johnson, you know.
Shout out to Barry, man. I remember when Barry was little, man. Shout out to Barry, man.
Like I said, I can go on and on, man. It's a lot of people. Shout out to, you know, my cousin, Vanita Thomas, my grandma Elfo, you know, my Uncle Melvin, my Uncle Pat, my Uncle Tony, my Uncle Mike, rest in peace, man. Like I said, I can go on and on, man. But if I ain't say your name, please don't be mad.
And we're gonna talk about that, man. We're gonna stay there for a minute. Family, man. When you transitioning from being family oriented as a kid, when you got your own family, man, what family values that you want to instill to your kids, and you know, what do you want your family to be?
Man, the one thing that I really wanted to do, I wanted to spend a lot of time with my kids. Like I didn't want to be working all the time. Not saying that working is a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to work to take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? But I just seen a different, you know, a different view. You know, my dad, he worked his butt off. You know what I'm saying? But it was just sometimes that I wish he was at home. So I wanted to raise my children a little different. I want to be around my kids as much as I can because you never know. You know what I'm saying? So all my kids, man, I've been with them since they was born. You know what I'm saying? Every single day, every night. I ain't complaining, man. I love being a dad. That's one thing I love doing, man. But fathers these days are really missing in the households. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to be there, you know, all the time, whenever I needed to. So, you know, I just had to do what I had to do, man.
Salute, man. That's big because, you know, I think that's, and segueing into this, man, the violence, man. What did you want to tell the youth about, you know, violence? And I feel like, you know, them not having fathers is a big part of that.
The thing about that, man, you can't sugarcoat nothing with these kids, man. These days, because they see so much on TV. see so much in the streets, all that kind of stuff, man. You can't sugarcoat it. I mean, either you want to live or you want to die. You know what I'm saying? All this street stuff that everybody want to do, when it really comes to being street, and you got to shoot it out, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You gonna hide or what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because if you with the homeboys, it's about this, and you ain't about it, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to be there. But to all the cat that is about it, man, you ain't got to do it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you got to be straight up with these guys, man. Like that street stuff is really not what they want, man. Because like people really living this stuff out here.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And people be wanting to, cry and stuff and be mad because their child got killed or whatever. But your child out here doing gangster stuff.
And you knew what he was doing.
Yeah. I mean, either you hanging around them, you know what I'm saying? You don't hang around them. You know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. Them homeboys you hanging on in the street, they can be in the shootout. Yeah, you ain't got no gun on you because you ain't about that life.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like my dad, man, my dad ain't never had a gun in his life. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never seen my dad with a gun. But these days, I got to have a gun because I don't know, who gonna do anything.
Facts.
Because it's just the way it is now. But like I said, you just got to be straight up with these cats, man, because they see everything. They don't want to believe what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I stayed in West End. I seen everything you could possibly see. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not a street dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I seen it. You know what I'm saying? I seen it from my uncles. You know what I'm saying? I got homeboys that did it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, I'm not that guy, but I know, the outcome. Like what they do. So you got to. It ain't what these guys think it is, man. You can listen to it and rap all you want, but once you live it and see it, it's a whole different story. It's like I said, man, it's either you want to live or you want to die.
Facts, facts. And we're gonna get to, I think you won a movie sometime last year.
Yeah.
And talk about that, man. What was it like being on set acting?
Oh man, It was interesting, man. I really was feeling myself. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. I was trying to get into because there was a guy walking around with just like a regular camera, just filming people. So I was trying to just get in the camera. You know what I'm saying? Let people see my face or whatever, man. It was a nice look. Even though it wasn't number like 15 seconds, man. It's still them 15 seconds was honorable. It was, you know what I'm saying, exciting because it was an actual real movie.
And speak on that. What's the name of this movie?
It's called Castle Falls. It's directed by Dolph Lundgren. Something like I can't. For some reason I can't pronounce it last name. I just don't want to say it wrong. But if you've seen any of the Rocky movies, he was the real strong dude. That got into a fight with Rocky.
Okay.
The one that was just he was like a robot.
And how did the opportunity come about, man? It reached out.
To be honest with you, they said it was like a year ago they had wrote me or I had signed up for something. It was like a year ago and they called me like the year after and was like, hey, we got a opportunity for you, to be an extra in a movie. It was somebody's crew. I can't remember. It was like a jail crew. You know what I'm saying? And it was awesome, man. Like I was surprised. I'm like, is it legit? Cause you get a call back a year ago. You're like, hold on, you sure? But yeah, man, it was, like I said, man, it's starting to crank up. I just got another role for a movie here in the city. It's a pretty big role. He in there a lot. It's a pimp. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine Prince. You know what I'm saying? As a pimp, but he can get you killed.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he always got a. I don't want to spit. I can't talk.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I was blessed with the opportunity in a movie this year, man, and I'm excited about it.
And have you took any acting classes, or you just what made you get into acting? Also,
I don't know.
Kind of the skits, or
it was the skits, man. I'm just goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I grew into my own. I was, started being more outspoken. Like people tell me now, like when I was in high school, I was, funny as hell. I didn't know. I was just being myself. But, I think the more skits I do, the more I gain the acting, I think I can learn more though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to have to take some acting classes. But, me being in skits and recording myself and stuff like that, it's just, I want to act it out a little bit better than the last video that I did. So it's just, trying to just work hard, man.
And I want to talk about also around what year timeline did you say you're gonna not work and just go full time focus on your craft?
Man,
that's big, man. I want to salute that too.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I think it was. I was like, it was like in July. I was working for this insurance company called Protective Life, and I couldn't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't figure it out. I mean, it was some good money or whatever, but I was just like, man,
It wasn't your passion.
yeah, like I be telling folks, man, if you don't love something, you ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to do what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? So once I started getting paid from from social media, I was like, man, that's the same thing I'm getting paid. Every 2 weeks. I get paid like what? I was getting paid like maybe $1,200 every 2 weeks. So that's what, $1,300, $2,400 every month. When I can do these videos and make the same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I probably get paid once a month, but it's still basically the same damn thing. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to take the leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? I told my wife, look, this what I'm finna get. Like I tell her, I show her every month what I'm finna get, so she'll know. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, it's not the same thing every single month. It just depends on how the videos do.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying, I'm able to pay, like, if I'm able to pay my rent, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? My kids got a roof over their head, power, water, food, you know what I'm saying? So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. I couldn't even, like, being 100, having those jobs, I was barely making ends meet. Now, I'm like, I ain't missed a payment on my rent yet since we've been where we were now. So
Salute,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? It's just a matter of taking a leap of faith. I'm not telling nobody to quit their job or nothing like that. You ain't got to quit your job. If you love your job, you're gonna stay there and do that work. You know what I'm saying? If you don't love it and you want to pursue something else, go ahead and pursue it. But make sure you save up to be able to, have something to fall back on when that don't work. You know what I'm saying? Leave your job in a good manner so you won't have, like I said, if you want to go back to the job, you'll be able to. But it's just, man, if you love, like I said, I love doing what I do, man. I wake up every morning, like, thinking about it. Before I go to sleep at night, I think, man, sometimes I ain't go to sleep about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm just thinking all the time. But like I said, I know I'm talking a lot, man, but shit, I be having, sometimes I be having to vent, man, because like I said, I be so cooped up, man. Like,
Right,
I don't go nowhere, dog. I be in the house doing videos all the time. So when I'm able to do an interview and talk, man, I be talking. So.
And I appreciate it, man. And I want to talk about when you on vacation. I saw where you said somebody recognized you from the videos. Talk about the grind and effort to put in work for that. For that acknowledgement like that, man. Talk about that. How did it feel, man?
It's humbling, man. But sometimes it's still new to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I don't go nowhere for real. So when I do go out, somebody recognize me, I be like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I be wanting to be energized, but it's just, I don't want to come off rude and I don't want to come off arrogant or like, like I'm this high and mighty dude, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, man. I'm a humble dude. You know what I'm saying? I shake your hand, give you a hug, whatever, just like we cousins or, we've been cool for a long time. But it's just like a humbling feeling when, somebody recognize you. But then it lets you know that you put in the work that you need to put in to be recognized. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a blessing, man. I don't know, man.
It's crazy because you see the work that you put in, and it always manifests. I tell people, man, just stay down until whatever you're doing, man, just stay down, man. Block out negativity and keep going, man. That's my motto, and it got me this far. I remember when I met you, I was talking about doing this right now. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying, bro. When you hit me, I was like, okay, he for real. I knew he was for real when you know what I'm saying, because you wouldn't have came if you weren't serious. You know what I'm saying? And we had been communicating since then, so I was like, okay, he's straight. So when the opportunity came, you know what I'm saying, you was real. I'm like, let me go ahead. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, staying in touch with me and stuff like that. But I appreciate it.
And we're gonna talk about stand up, man. Are you interested in stand-up comedy at some point, or how has that been?
Man, to be honest with you, I started out doing stand-up. Like when I was doing skits, I was doing stand-up as well. Like I did some stand-up comedy. It started on, when they was doing like an open mic in a little small area next to the actual dome. I won a competition before. I was supposed to do like a finals or something. It was something like a finals where a competition where everybody that won the competition would get on the big stage and they would vote, and whoever win would get to open up for somebody. But I never got a call back because they ended up stopped doing open mic. You know what I'm saying? I went there like maybe 3 times. Did pretty well. The last stand-up that I didn't do pretty well because I was trying to, trying new material. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out. So, but yeah, I'm thinking about, trying to dive back into it. I've been kind of working on it. It's just, man, it's a lot different than doing skits, because I'm not scared of being on stage. Cause like I said, I used to do music, so I hadn't been on the stage plenty of time. But it's just the fact of, trying to combine your jokes and learning what works and what don't work. And, when it don't work and the crowd don't react to it, you don't react to the crowd, not reacting to it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to go into it. So I'm just trying to figure out, what works and what don't work.
I saw that you was at a couple of months ago at the Ricky Smiley karaoke, man.
Yeah,
that was a hit. That was a smash hit, man. They love that, man.
Man, I
shout out to Ricky Smiley.
Yeah, shout out to Ricky Smiley, man. I want to go back, man. The first time I went, I didn't know all the words. Second time I went, I didn't know the freaking words. So next time I want to go, I want to at least know the words, so I'd be able to actually perform. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being goofy. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I can go up there in one of my costumes and people laugh at that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really worried about making nobody laugh. I just want to be able to at least know the words, at least some of the words. You know what I'm saying? So.
And talk about the high rollers, man. How did that come about, man? That's one of my favorite. Them one of my favorite characters, man. Yeah, man. It's funny, man.
It's just like I said, man. I just be thinking, man. Anything I think of, man, I just do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna work or it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? People gonna like it or they not gonna like it. It's just life. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? So the high roller just came about, you know what I'm saying? Me and my brother-in-law, shout out to my brother-in-law. He part of the helping hands too, you know what I'm saying? He wanted a high roller. Shout out to my little brother Marcus Atkins. He be in the videos with me too. But it just came about, man, we just, outside chilling, just talking about ideas. You know what I'm saying? And he said something about high rollers. And then we was like, motherfucking high roller. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, from then on, we was like, okay, we're going to do that. So I just started buying, them type of clothes and, so we can wear them. You know what I'm saying? So I bought like maybe 2 outfits for us to wear, and I bought the platforms for us to wear, whatever. And we just started doing videos. I mean, we need to hop back on it, but it's just so hard because our schedule's so crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because my brother-in-law, he didn't start working a lot. DeMarcus, he be in and out sometimes. He had started working and then he stopped. So, you know what I'm saying? It just had to do what we had to do, man. But we'll get back to it eventually.
And for people, man, that don't know the character Miss Peaches, man, explain the character, man. That's another one of my favorites,
man. Miss Peaches came about, like I said, when I first made that seeing that video in the bathroom talking to them stars. Miss Peaches was one. Miss Peaches and Miss the Clark was the main two that stayed with me. Because at first, it was another lady before Miss Buttersworth. I had forgot the lady name. That's why I never did say it again. But it changed to Miss Buttersworth. But Miss Peaches, she was just, like, it just happened. And I just kept her going. She was just one of those patients, man, that just always got a small mouth but still love you at the same time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got that type of patient. And so Miss Peaches, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's me, but that's my dog, man. She crazy as hell.
And you just, I think, a couple of weeks ago, dropped a video.
Mm-hmm.
And talk about that, man. The creative process of shooting that video. It seemed real fun, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm into like Odd Future, Tyler Creator, ASAP Rocky. I'm into them folks like that, man. So that video was that song was actually inspired by them. I like that type of vibe. Where I can just get on the beat and just talk about anything I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't talk about shooting nobody because I ain't never shot anybody. But, it was just, like I said, this is just type of music I like to make, man. Like, it's just, I don't know. If I feel like doing something, I do it, man. Like I said, like I dip into music every now and then. And, I shoot a video every now and then. So, it's just, I don't know, bro.
And also, it's a very controversial subject, and I've talked about it amongst with my friends and stuff. What do you have to say about? Because in Birmingham, everybody want to be tough and talk about, man. when people say he put on wigs and makeup, man, they want to say, he homosexual because everybody want to be tough.
Yeah.
Now, what's your response to the pretty much the hate mail and the, the criticism of doing that?
Man, I be laughing at the question. I mean, because you got your people that's gonna have something to say about that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure can't nobody tell me that they've never watched Martin when he was playing Shanae. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the most funniest part of that sitcom. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's just you're gonna have people that's gonna like it. They're not gonna like it. People have something to say whether you like it or not. Whether you gay, straight, or whatever, people all have something to say about you. So I mean, I don't bother. I've been entertained it just to piss somebody off. But you know what I'm saying, man. I'm myself. I ain't got to tell you that I'm married and kids to show you that I'm not, gay. I ain't got nothing against gay people. You know what I'm saying, but I ain't got nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying? I'm married. I got kids, so shoot, I'm good. I can do what I want to do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it is what it is. But as far as like, I know a lot of people be like, so what you think your son gonna think? I talk to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I tell them, look, man, this ain't nothing but entertainment.
It works.
I'm just acting. You know what I'm saying? So they really too young to understand it right now. But once they get old, I'll be able to continue to explain it to them, and hopefully they understand. Like I talk to my oldest daughter all the time. Like, look, baby, this fake. You know what I'm saying? Your dad don't wear wigs every day. You know that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man.
Yeah, that's crazy because in the city, man, everybody tough.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the comedy because
Yeah.
we need something lighter than always shoot them up, all that type of stuff.
And that's another thing, man. I just be trying to give the city something else to look at. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like when I post my music videos, I don't get no attention from them because they not used to that.
Right.
So when I post a comedy video, it get a lot of attention. So like I said, I just want people to to be able to have something else to watch, man. So.
And speaking of working with people in the city, who that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with?
Everybody.
And they have, and when you reach out, are they receptive to it? Or talk about some of that. How people, that it's not so unified here, and if it was, I feel like we'd be stronger. Talk about that, man.
It's not unified. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like they're better than the next person. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like you think that you better than somebody. Like I feel like some people think that I believe that I'm better than somebody, but I know I don't. Like I reach out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? If I'm able to work with you, then I'm able to. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no issue with it. But then again, you got to think about people personality, different people that you got to deal with. Everybody ain't cool. Everybody ain't gonna be able to vibe with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to pinpick or actually map somebody out, if that makes sense. But I don't have no issue with working with nobody. I don't have no beef with nobody. I don't bother nobody, so I'm sure I don't have no beef. But people might look at me crazy because they see all these followers, comments and stuff like that. But just because I got 300,000 followers, I mean I got $300,000. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different ballgame of what people think. You know what I'm saying? So I wish people would really understand that. I'm just entertaining just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to work with me, I don't have no issue with working with nobody. So it's what it is, bro.
And that's crazy, man. And coming up, did you have any industry help? It will say, or you just kind of built it organically off the ground?
Man, people can tell you, man, I ain't had no help, man. I literally built it from the ground, like literally, like from top to bottom, built it from the ground.
And I salute that, man. Because people, they don't understand how hard it is. Yeah. Being most comedians are quiet. I've heard that. So having to entertain yourself first, and then the masses, that's a job, man.
It's crazy, man. Like it's just, I just weather the storm. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Some days, these days, I be like, man, bro, it ain't popping out like I wanted to. That's just being human. It's just reality. Some days she's gonna be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. It's like second nature to me now. So like I wake up in the morning. If I don't feel like doing it, I'ma still do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my children during the day. You know what I'm saying? When they take a nap, that's when I do my videos. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a job. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
and are you looking to go on tour with any of the, featured comedians or known comedians, or you just what direction you looking to go in the future?
That's what I want to do, man. I want to go on tour, but I'm just trying to figure out as far as like, do I want to do skit comedy or do I want to do stand up comedy? So you could do skit comedy like Saturday Night Live. You know what I'm saying? If they call me, I'm on the way. You know what I'm saying? It's just but I'm gonna try to do more stand up comedy just to be able to do different things and go to different states and stuff like that, man. Because I want to do a meet and greet, but I just want to build my fan base up a little bit more. So when I do those things, it'll be sold out. It'll have a lot of people there. You know what I'm saying? But I do it if it's 10 people there, 20 people there. I still do it, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just still in the building process. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to continue to grind as hard as I can to be able to build. Like, man, I post a video every single day. Every day. You know what I'm saying? If I miss a day, it's because I'm like a few weeks ago I went on vacation for like 4 or 5 days and I ain't post no video. You know what I'm saying? But after I got back home, I'm back on it.
And a little known fact that you want the fans to know that they probably didn't know about you would be what?
I'm 30 years old and I suck my thumb. Nobody know that.
Oh man!
But I mean, shit, man. I mean,
it was a habit as a kid, or
it's a habit, man. I could never shake.
Still.
Man, my mom and them used to put a hot sauce on it. My dad even put a damn knife to my thumb. We're gonna cut that mug out. I still didn't budge. 30 years old, still sucking my thumb. And that bit knocked out.
Wow.
So I mean, I ain't no need to hide it now. I'm 30 years old. Man. Shit, it is what it is, dog. If you hate this shit, I wear wigs. So shit, I mean, what more can I do? You know what I'm saying? I should give you something else to talk about.
And as far as the comedy, man, when you do that, and receive all the positive feedback, man, that just probably make you go harder. I would assume.
To be honest with you, bro, the negative comments make me go harder.
Okay, explain.
I mean, because like I said, just give you something else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? The negative comments actually driving more than the positive comments. If you really want to be honest, I mean, just think about it. Birmingham, every time you post some negative shit, it gets shared. A motherfucker get exposed, it gets shared. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the negative stuff is kind of drives. I mean, I love my positive comments. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I'm saying? I love to piss people off. So if I piss you off, then I feel like I did my job. If I make you smile, like, man, listen. One thing I really, when I started doing comedy, one thing that I really wanted to do, and I didn't care, was I wanted to make at least 5 to 10 people laugh. If I made 5 to 10 people laugh, I'm straight. I ain't got to make nobody else laugh. So now I'm to the point where, like, man, I'm making the whole freaking world smile. You know what I'm saying? That's all I ever wanted to do, man, was make people laugh, make people smile. Because it was one point where I didn't have nobody to make me smile. You know what I'm saying? It'd be people hit me up saying they were about to kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? But seeing my video and they, didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? People that's going through stuff mentally, when they see my video, oh, you helped me out, you did this, you did that. So that's a good feeling for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I did my job. That's why I always say what I do is a job, even though people don't look at it as a job. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that's big, man, and especially coming from dealing with mental issues. I'm sure that mean a lot, man.
Yeah, that mean a lot, man, for real.
And that's the big thing, man. Mental health is real.
And people need to, man, listen.
People, if you need therapy, man, please go. Please go, man, because I watched several people go through things in my life, man. Yeah. And I went through things, but we taught to bottle it up.
Yeah,
we're not taught to express it.
Yeah,
so for you to actually work with mental health and go through that, that's big, man.
For real, it's real, man. It's really real, and I don't think people take it seriously. That's another thing with these young cats, man. They going through something. They need somebody to talk to, man, because they going through something that it's something they missing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't just out there being gangster for no reason. It's something that you're missing, whether it's your dad at home or something else.
Facts. And any last words before we get out of here, man? What you want the world to know?
Man, just continue to watch, man. Because I mean, the sky's the limit. I'm gonna continue to grind. I appreciate y'all for having me.
We appreciate you, man.
It's Sometimes I be wondering why don't nobody want to interview me. You know what I'm saying? not to have a big head. I be like, man, what I'm doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to do something else? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn.
Nah, we coming, man. That's why I created this, because we really don't have this type of platform in the city. So, you know, whether they give me my flowers or not, you know what's on. You know, they know what's going on.
Yeah, you got it, man, for real. And I appreciate y'all for real.
Nah, we thank you, man, and you know, we signing out, man. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, man.
Yes,
SmithMedia TV, man.
SmithMedia, Smith TV, baby.
Check it out, man.